AEW is not going anywhere. This started off on Twitter. There was outcry after a Tony Khan interview. I believe it was Tony Khan interview with Forbes, and and two things were taken away from this that people were like, "Wow, AEW's in the mud." One of them, which I'm just gonna get into right now, was that Tony Khan's dad, Shahid Khan, he didn't think that AEW was a good idea. So let's just get into it. So it was basically saying in 2018, Tony Khan knew Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes and them would be a free agent. So now was the time to pounce and get this company going. But he just needs tens of millions of dollars. And Shadi Khan, his net worth is $8 billion estimated. So it says, I absolutely didn't think that this was a good idea, but I told Tony, look, when I'm dead and gone, I'm going to be leaving you and your sister a lot of money. Why don't you blow some of that while I'm alive? Now, I'm just going to read the next situation, and then we'll go over that because that's just easier. The next thing that people are upset about, not upset about, but they were like, wow, AEW's in the mud, was that they were in the red. That AEW was in red, meaning that they weren't a profitable, they didn't make a profit, they weren't profitable. So it says, the $43.75 million AEW received from TNT last year made up for the largest share of its revenue, but that's a rounding error compared to publicly traded WWE's record of $974 million in revenue in 2020. Still, AEW pay-per-view numbers and ticket sales are growing, and the new show will add to its coffers. Tony Khan expects its wrestling division to be profitable this year, though an 8-figure investment in video game development will keep the company in the red for now. So pretty much the new video game that I showed you guys on Twitter, the graphics, the game, a little bit of the gameplay. That video game, the console game, is keeping it in the red. So, all right. So first, let's start off with the, Shadi Khan. Whatever he didn't think it was a good idea. I mean, that's whatever. People would have thought, wow, you're crazy. You're going after Vince McMahon. I mean, but as Tony Khan said later in the interview, that there's no reason why there couldn't be more than one wrestling promotion out there. So, he's not trying to take down WWE. He's just trying to give people another outlet to like, yo, you think WWE sucks? You hate WWE? Well, bro, like, I got you with AEW, the better product. So, and that's just that was just his his opinion, and it was before AEW started. It wasn't after AEW started and shit. It was before. And now look at AEW now. They're doing many great things. But yeah, that's pretty much what that was about. He gave him money to start the company. So and it must have been a lot of money. So he was like, nah, I don't think so. But because listen, Shadi Khan says he saw wrestling now in this was like 2018. He saw wrestling in 2018. He's like, damn, it's not that popular anymore. Like it was with Stone Cold and shit. So I don't think it's a good idea. People are more and more tuning off with WWE, and they think WWE is the only wrestling. So they're like, all right, wrestling sucks. So that's that. Now AEW is going to change that perspective. But, so the next thing is about AEW being in the red. I mean, bro, they're making they got almost $44 million from TNT. You know, they got a $10 million bonus from the for the move to TBS. They're investing money into their video game, bro. I don't understand why you're upset that they're investing money in their video game. Like, they're putting effort into the video game. You know, that money went into the graphics and shit like that. Like, you've seen the graphics before, they were shitty, and then you look at now, Darby Allin's model looks great. The gameplay looked great. You know, I don't see what the fuck the problem is investing in a fucking video game, which could then, you know, imagine if they someone was telling me like, bro, if you sell like 200,000 copies or whatever, like, you're gonna be good, or whatever the fuck, I don't know, but I think with AEW's first video game, people are gonna be intrigued and they'll buy it. I think that they'll make a profit from the video game. They'll make more money, I guess, than what they spend. So they spend like $8 to $10 million on this fucking video game. Who cares? You know, the fuck. You know, why do you care? You know, so 8-figure investment. That's that. But yeah, no. So people think that this company is like going out of business or something. So I believe it said that AEW was making a profit pre-pandemic. It's probably true. I don't know. I don't remember. But now they lost out on over a year's worth of gate revenue. You know, they've been in Daly's Place, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, for over a year. You know, limited capacity. Even if it was full capacity, you'd probably have less people because people they don't want to go broke. They're burning. They burn the Florida market, bro. So even then, the Florida market is burnt out. So they're losing money on the gates, right? So I think that really makes a good difference. You know, they missed out on it. Now that fans are coming back, they're gonna be making money off of that and shit like that. Like, bro, AEW is going to be fine. There's no need to be upset or you want to be an asshole and shit like that, bro. AEW is gonna be fine. You know, AEW already has their pay-per-views already pretty much surpass TNA's Impact. Like, I remember reading a report. I can't find it anymore, unfortunately. I should have fucking saved it. Maybe I have it in my bookmarks. But it said AEW, you know, one of the AEW pay-per-views, they broke the record in pay-per-view buys for the most bought pay-per-view outside of WWE since like the 90s or whatever the fuck, bro. So they surpassed TNA already with pay-per-view buys. They do pretty much over 100,000 pay-per-view buys, you know. So I think they made $8 million off the last pay-per-view. Like, bro, like, you don't understand. Like, people don't get that AEW is legit. Is a legitimate company, dude. It's probably not gonna tackle WWE. WWE is making the money, unfortunately, based off of their name value. You know, they're not being punished there for the most part for their sins, but WWE is also getting sued for some Saudi bullshit. You know, and then you see, I seen a report. I retweeted it for you guys. That Meltzer was talking about how AEW's tickets are selling faster and better than WWE tickets, especially in certain areas. I don't remember this. I think it was Charlotte was one, if I'm not mistaken. North Carolina or whatever the fuck. But yeah, like, bro, they're doing better. They're gonna do better. They're selling more tickets. AEW's weekly shows are worth going to, so people are buying the tickets in droves. They're doing well. You know, I just found out the other day from a Wrestle Tickets that the New Jersey show in Prudential Center has almost 12,000 tickets sold. Over 10,000 tickets sold. I think it's what, out of 15,000 fucking seats or whatever the fuck they put. Bro, almost 12,000 tickets sold, bro. You know, and then now you heard, guys, I'm not even kidding you. I am legit gonna go to that New York City show in was it Arthur Ashe Stadium. When they go on sale on July 16th, I want to buy. I want to get the tickets. I want to go to that show. So, and that one, the capacity is 21,000, but they cut it down, I guess, due to the pandemic and the stage. So they're only gonna sell like 17,000 tickets about. That's gonna be on the table, and they should do better. The New Jersey show has been on sale for like over a year, and then people are gonna go to both, you know. So the New York City show should do way better than the Prudential Center show in New Jersey. So you're gonna have the money from there and shit. Like, bro, you don't understand. AEW is gonna be fine, man. You know, Tony Khan did an interview, I think it was on Barstool Sports or whatever, that he has like 2 big surprises, or he's got like people coming into AEW. And if these like people if say they're 2 big names, or they're a big name, or whatever the fuck he is that he's talking about, if it's a big name like a draw, like, bro, they're gonna be bringing merchandise sales. They're gonna bring money into the company, so that's gonna it's generally an exciting time for AEW, dude. It generally is, like, but AEW is gonna be fine, man. I promise you, AEW is gonna be fine. This is a growing product. It's growing. People are enjoying it. They're getting turned on to. You see the tweets. Oh, I watch AEW Dynamite. I actually liked it and shit like that. So they're creating new fans. Live fans, live crowds are returning. They're gonna get that gate revenue. It's really an exciting time, but yeah, man, AEW is not going anywhere. So I hope you guys enjoy what we saw in this video. Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn the notification bell on, and I'll see you guys for the next one later.